So the main problem, as I see it, is that there's plenty of room for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to obstruct the implementation of the plan. And this is all assuming Hamas agree to the plan. Hamas haven't given their answer yet. They were only given the plan yesterday after it was announced. And it's not an easy one for them, and they may come back with certain conditions and requests for amendments. So we're at early stages. Between the print and implementation, there is potentially a very, very, very long road with plenty of opportunity for obstruction. It's possible that Hamas will not accept the deal, the proposal. It's also possible that and more probable that they will ask for further clarification and further guarantees, because as the plan stands to date, there is no guarantee that after the 70, Hamas is asked to release all the living and dead hostages within 72 hours from the time that there is a public acceptance by both sides of the plan. So Israel has already accepted, well, actually the Prime Minister has accepted, he's not going to bring the plan to a vote in his cabinet this evening. He's going to bring a vote only on the first 72 hours, only on the ceasefire. So that gives you also some idea as to how problematic the implementation is going to be. Well, he was a colossal failure in the many years that he was the special envoy of the quartet. They didn't achieve much.
I think that Tony Blair's reputation is perhaps more damaged within the United Kingdom than it is abroad, where he has high-level relationships with policymakers across the spectrum, and particularly in the Middle East. The problem with a board is that perhaps there's not going to be very much accountability for that board, and this seems very much reminiscent of a similar strategy pursued by the US and the UK in the Iraq War. There are no details, there is no substance, there's no clarity as to who's going to do what, when, where, and how. There are no timelines, there are no deadlines, and that raises questions and brings with it all of the skepticism that people are trying to hold back, because again, the aim is to end the war and have a permanent ceasefire. But of course, we don't have details, and thereby this can all very easily unravel or not be implemented as it should be. I would just say that Netanyahu's history and track record has proven that he has been categorically against Palestinian statehood from the get-go, and has worked to undermine Palestinian statehood for over 3 decades now. So I would very much question his intent and his commitment. Certainly right now, this framework is so vague that everybody is seeing what they want to see in it. And without more details, it's going to be open to interpretation, and it's those competing interpretations that will eventually lead to an explosion, either quickly or along the way. Well, Hamas is examining the proposal, and they're really at a fork in the road moment. If they reject it, it will lead to the continued sort of pulverization of Gaza, the displacement of Palestinians. And if they accept the proposal, obviously, it will be an existential moment for them as a group. But regardless, the international community and Israel, if not Palestinians themselves, are really keen for this war to stop, and are indicating that by all accounts, Hamas cannot have a role in the future of governance of Gaza or a Palestinian state more broadly.